We hit the
Hit
button.
the button.
We hit the button. Is the button is we live? I don't know. Yeah, we're live. Whee! What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Plastic Fanatics, the late night Aftercast. This is episode 146. We're back again this week. Took a little bit of a week off last week. Went to it was last week. Did some stuff, but welcome back. This is gonna be a good show. We have two blasts from the past. Skeleton Warriors, and we're going to be doing a thing that I used to do in the past. I like to do a little versus kind of segment. So we're going to do the Addams family versus the Munsters. We're going to go through a history of both franchises, and then you guys can determine which one you think is better or not better, or just whatever. So we're going to get into that, and there's a lot of other news such. It's just me and Charles for right now, so that's cool. Trent might be here, might not be. I'm sure he will be. This is the
At some point, he'll show up.
The weekend before Halloween, so I know everyone is having their little parties and such and everything else. And I have one I'm going to tomorrow, so it's gonna be cool. But all right, let's. How you doing, Charles?
I'm doing good, man.
Good. You get anything this last week or the other week? I don't see you anymore now.
Yeah, I picked up the Spider-Man Homecoming on the Steelbook Blu-ray version. I got collector's edition of Army of Darkness on Blu-ray.
Nice.
The Alien Quadrilogy on Blu-ray, and War for the Planet of the Apes on Blu-ray.
Wow. So you had some stuff to watch, huh? Pretty cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, I haven't seen Army of Darkness in a good while. I remember bits and pieces of it, not everything about it.
Cool.
Nice. The collector's edition has like 3 different versions of it.
Where did you go? I don't see you. Just a black screen.
I'm here.
Okay. Sure. All right. Cool.
I see you.
Anything else for you?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Cool. Well, I got my favorite 8 movie also, and very good. I love the series. It's one of my favorite remakes, and does a lot for the franchise. I was just disappointed I didn't find a steelbook version of it, so I
didn't either.
Yeah, I bought the 3D version, so it's nothing like 3D apes coming right at you. Human. No. So. What else let's see, what did I get? I got the Fans Toys Omega Supreme, Terminus Giganticus. He's a heavy son bitch. Fun. I'm going to put him with my Chug stuff, just because he fits in, and all that. What else did I get? I got the Asterisk, the Calidus Asterisk, so I got the IDW Lost Light looking Rodimus. And what else I get? I got what is this thing called? The Inferno Squad Agent from GameStop. So I got that thing. Yeah, that's it. I'm probably forgetting some stuff, but yeah, I think that's it. So not bad. Kind of a little haul. I'm waiting for my my BBTS stuff. Oh, I have a huge pile of loot. It's gonna be fun. Baldwin drop. Ha, nothing. Walk a mile in my shoes. So
yeah.
Oh, let's see. Let's get into some. Where are you, Trent? It's casual lateness is really 9 viewers. Right on.
Nice.
Yeah, it's probably like my 2 kids, my wife, my mom, and probably a couple of friends. So, let's see. I guess that's about it. Let's just get into some screen sharing because I got a lot of stuff. Wearing some ROC gear, so we're gonna go over that here in a second. Also, let me make sure I'm on the right album that I want. and then we'll screen share. So magically delicious. Sent to everyone. All right. Do you see my little logo, my thumbnail?
Yep.
All right. It's just you and me, Charles, so you're going to have to.
All right.
I know who I'm talking to. So, unless I'm going to talk to myself. All right. So, episode 146. Obviously, you can tell there that's the little caricature that we see at the end of each episode of Skeleton Warriors, which we'll see at the end. That will be part of the Blast from the Past. Again, like all the Blast from the Past, I will put a link in the description so you can bypass all this great news, banter, and crap and go directly to the stuff that you probably want to see. So it will be in the description. All right, Cool Table Network, like-minded podcast. Go check them out. We have Enter the Realm. We have the ROC Hangout. We have Stasis Lock, Figure Banging. We also have Shattercast Uncut, Nerd Rage Radio, Toy Detox, 8 Weeks, Beers and Bolters 40K. There's Information Creep. There's this show right here that you're watching. Isn't there? I think there's a new one. Is it? It's Clutch and Iron Claw doing a Lego thing coming soon. Something like that. But check that out on his YouTube channel where you find Stasis Lock. And you can find all these shows on iTunes, whatever, social media, push a device, whatever, Android stuff. 5-star likes, all that type of stuff. There's my spiel. All right, so if you watched the ETR show the last couple of weeks or last week, ROC hoodies are up for pre-order on the Realm of Collectors website. That's www.realmofcollectors.com. $55 shipped in the US, I believe that says right down there. But don't worry, if you're international, we will work out something with you. But you have your choice of which hoodie, a zip up or a pullover. And again, go check out. Sizes are limited. Get them now and all that. It features the new logo. If you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out. And then there's other merchandise on the website. Also, there is the ROC shot glass 2 for $13 shipped. Then there's also the Friends and Family t-shirt till all are ROC, which is $30 shipped in the US. And that was the t-shirt that I was wearing. Shout out to Energon Addict for sending me this shirt. I have to gain some weight. I'm not a double XL, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So it's all good. But it's a really nice shirt. So go find all your merchandise at www.realmofcollector.com. I think I put an extra W in there, but you know what it is. All right, let's move into some other stuff. C-Dub stuff. Good old C-Dub. As I label it, crappy writing. I'm not going to go into Supergirl. The Flash was okay. Kind of campy, but we do get to see, or we got to see a preview for this coming week's episode, which will feature Elongated Man. And we'll also see Breacher. So that's pretty cool. DC Legends of Tomorrow. Didn't really see a lot in that, except for we got to see Mara's older sister, Kuasa, I think is her name. She has another totem that she can control water and such. And then Arrow's interesting. Oliver's no longer the Green Arrow. He has passed the mantle over to John Diggle, who is unfortunately taking some type of drug to keep the shakes off of him because of the accident that occurred on the island, which was the cliffhanger of last season. So, yeah, that's about it over there. That's about it for all the C-Dub stuff. Stranger Things, the next season debuted on Netflix, which was pretty cool. So I need to check that out. And then I also need to watch Gifted. But any of the stuff you watching, Charles? Are you watching any of this?
Nope.
All right. I'm glad I'm helping you. Hopefully I can maybe persuade you.
Yeah.
I know.
I watched the first season of Supergirl, and that was it.
Hmm.
I just
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, and I was really hoping that her and her sister Alex was supposed to be at Emerald City Comic Con 2 years ago, but they canceled, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe they were like worried, like, oh no, this is not gonna be a good show. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Supergirl is probably the weakest of the four, in my opinion. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving into some cool Hot Toys stuff here. We're looking at the Arkham Knight. This is a reimagined suit, kind of reminiscence of
Batman Beyond.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So this is their kind of reimagined look. Looks pretty badass. You got the nice sleek black. Yeah. Oh, so we have Brammer wants to join the show right now. Like, dude, man, show starts at 5. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Son of a bitch. Let's stop screen sharing. Go back over here. Hey, what's up, everyone? So yeah.
He had been on here so long he forgot how to join, apparently.
Yeah, he's had computer issues or something. I don't know, but that's cool. We'll put Brammer on here. It's all good. Fun with it. There you go. All right. Means I got to start the show all over.
And still no Trent's.
No, Trent's is boycotting.
Yeah.
Probably is on another show. No, I'm just kidding. Trent's will be here. Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. We're back to screen sharing. Can you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Hey, welcome to Plastic Fanatics Late Night Aftercast, episode 146. Hey, you should take a look at the Cool Table Network podcast. Network of like-minded shows. You can find a Facebook page and all these other shows right there. We have zip up, pull over. Go to collector.com. All right, moving on. All right, here we go. So a really cool costume for Batman here. If you're familiar with the Arkham Knight game, I still need to play that. It's a really nice looking, creepy kind of looking Batman. This is a Hot Toys exclusive, so it's coming out second quarter of next year in 2018. Not really sure how much it's going for, but you can see all the stuff that it comes with. So quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Normal stuff that you would see from the game. So if you're familiar with the Arkham games, you'll know exactly all this. I'm not going to go through all the details and such.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. This was fun. Now, Player's Guide. Damn. Square Enix, Bandai. We're taking a look at the Justice League Flash right now from PlayArts Kai. This just dropped, I think, about a week ago. As far as pre-orders and such, for e-tailers in the United States, this is going for about $150. I don't get it. I still, to this day, don't get it. I hear a squeaky chair.
Sorry, it's me.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Not much. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Thanks for the link.
No problem. So, you get anything this week?
I finished off the Dragon Star second wave.
Nice.
And built my Shenron.
Cool.
Other than that, pretty much nothing.
Got balls, see?
Hell yeah.
Right. Cool. Nice. Well, thanks for popping in.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. All right, so we're looking at the backside of the Flash. He's looking at his ass and all that sort of type of stuff. Quite nice, I guess, for $150. I don't know if it's that nice. Really disappointed with the fact that you don't get it that many. Well, actually, none of the cool accessory pieces that you got with like even the DC variant version of Flash. You just get a total of 3 pairs of hands.
Wow.
Actually, you only get 2 pairs of hands. Excuse me. Yeah, you get a pair of fist hands and you get a pair of open hands, and that is it.
For $150 figure?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every time that I usually see the trailers and such with Flash in it, he always has like that lightning, kind of surrounding him because he's about to take off and all that kind of stuff. It would have been nice if they could have made that into the stand to fit onto the figure. Would have been badass, kind of like what they did with the old school Figure Arts Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but kind of disappointing here.
Yeah.
So, damn. Irritates me because this is my only outlet to get my movie figures. I stuck with the BVS stuff, and then Wonder Woman's coming out. We got the tech suit, Batman, and then the Flash here. So I know we're getting an Aquaman. So, oh well. All right, up next is the Play Arts Kai Zack figure. He's from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Game back on the PSP. Was that on the PSP? I think it was, yeah. So, there he is. Broadsword and everything. Buster Sword. So, retail for this figure, I'm not quite sure. I don't think it's as high as the Flash, but it is over $100. All right, moving into Star Wars news. This was interesting. Star Wars Elite figures are coming back to the Disney Store. Starting October 27th, you will be able to pick up the Chewbacca with Porg. These are the kind of larger scale, more kind of NECA 7-inch scale, I guess, with die cast and such. But if I'm not mistaken, these things were like on clearance for like $5 back in the day, trying to get them out of the store. Now they're back. So interesting.
I heard they were nightmares for figures.
Yeah, they're pretty crappy.
Especially the Grievous, I guess.
Yes. Oh my God. Damn it. Why, Nick? Why did you have to bring him back up?
Sorry, brother.
That was the worst pick. Oh, I should have picked that. Oh man, that was. We had the question on ETR last week about one thing that you picked up that you wish you didn't. Yeah, that was it. General Grievous from the Star Wars Elite series. But here we have Chewbacca again with Porg coming out October 27th. Finn in his First Order disguise coming out on Halloween, October 31st. We have Poe Dameron, the next Backstreet Boy, coming out on November 7th. And then on November 14th, you have Rose and BB-8. On November 21st, C-3PO. November, 28th? I can't see it. Captain Phasma. And then you got Supreme Leader Snoke December 5th, which looks extremely small. But I don't think these are to scale with one another in this picture.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're not. So there's the packaging again, window box. Oh, the Chewie doesn't look too bad, actually, the face sculpt.
They look good in the box. It's just when you pop them out, that's when the problems start.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. And then you look at the back of them and you get to see all the nice little screws. So,
yeah.
The screw holes and all that stuff. All right. This is interesting. Coming soon is Toy Box action figures, if you're familiar with the Star Wars or the Disney Infinity gaming system that you could get for, from PS3 all the way up to PS4, Xbox 360 and all that. They're actually making figures out of those characters, or the character look, which is pretty cool. And the other cool thing is they're going to have more articulation than your standard 3 3/4-inch Star Wars basic figures. These will have 14 points of articulation. They will be an exclusive at the Disney Store on their website, shopdisney.com, and will be coming out November 3rd. So, kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so for all you guys who like the thrill of the hunt, but want a little bit of an edge, here is some of the new UPC Walmart SKUs. for the upcoming Black Series. So we got DJ here. We have Ray on the island. I guess, look, we have Captain Rex, Death Squad Commander, Jawa. So some repackaged into the actual Black Series instead of the 40th anniversary. Grand Moff Tarkin. We have Forlom and the Rebel Fleet Trooper. So I'm not going to go over all the numbers here. You can come back and pause it and check them out and put them into your search, whatever you use, checking inventory and such. We also have the 6-inch Solo Star Wars Wave 1. And this is from yakface.com too, both of these, just to let you know. So these are some other SKUs for Zeus, Vesta Guard, Hermes, Athena Grey, Artemis. Those are just names, just to fillers. I don't think they don't portray any such characters. So
yeah, they're on quotes.
Yeah, they're just fillers. But you have the SKUs there, and I would say 95% of the time when I've used these SKUs, they've always worked. So there you go. Super 7 here, they're giving us the Filmation, Masters of the Universe, all that type of stuff. Continue on the classic line. They got a little bit of wanted to showcase some things with the new wave. So Hordak, you can actually have his cannon arm on either arm, so it's not just fixed onto his left. So that's pretty cool. They revised the Imp Deco, I guess. I don't know. Man-at-Arms can actually hold a laser firing accessory piece from his gauntlet. That's cool. He's got a bigger crotch now. Or no, he's got a smaller crotch. They revised it. Revised tooling, corrected the hip centerpiece. So that's cool, I guess. I don't know. They redecoed Tila.
Why is she so glossy?
Wow. I don't know.
Oh my god.
That's pretty.
Look, she gained some weight too.
Bukaki Tila.
That's just not right. I don't know. It didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, we saw these before. These were, I don't know, dropped at one of the conventions. But the whole crossover with the Turtles, we saw it with WWE, and now we're seeing it with Ghostbusters. So there you go. You have Mikey as Pete, which is odd. So they do come with a ghost accessory piece. They all come with their proton pack and trap and all that type of stuff, and they all come with a PK meter. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, sorry, man. I was just going to ask, are these the larger scale ones? Because if you remember with the WWE ones, they came out with like the regular packaging, and then they came out with larger ones.
I think these are the larger boxed ones.
Okay.
That you see.
Yeah.
Because they have better articulation. It seems like a little bit. So price point's probably gonna be around the $20 range. So Winston is portrayed by Raph. Egon's portrayed by Donnie, which is a no-brainer. And then Ray is portrayed by Leo. Kind of weird. So there you go. And some pictures. Don't expect paint and all this other stuff. I mean, this is Playmates. This is still a retail. But kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Ghostbuster fan.
Yeah.
Girls fan. Or both. Unfortunately, the Proton Stream accessory pieces are a fixed piece. They're part of the little gimmick. There's a little thing right here that you can spin around so it makes it move. So pompadour hair. I love it. Interesting. So there you go. There's Slimer. There's the library ghost. Hair dog. ghost thing. I don't remember. All right, moving into Dragon Stars.
Sweet.
This is their next wave, which is pretty cool. The Build-A-Figure in here is basically the fusion between Zamasu, which is this guy down here, and Goku Black. I believe it's just accessory pieces that you can put on this, or is it a completely new figure? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. I've only seen like pictures like this, so I don't know.
I'm assuming it's its own figure, so it's got to be a little bit bigger and such. But what you get in the wave here is this is based off of Dragon Ball Super, so you're getting the first look of Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta with the Whis symbol on their uniforms. You get Trunks, future Trunks, which is badass. You get Hit, you get Goku Black, actually Goku Super Saiyan Rose, and then you get Zamasu there, which is pretty badass. So first time we're actually
that Hit.
Oh, I know, definitely. Huh. Now I'm sure Figuarts is going to give us these, but the time frame is when. But it's really cool that Bandai America is stepping up and giving us characters that we haven't seen yet, which I like. So, I mean, 2 out of the 6 we've seen, but that's pretty nice. But there they are.
Yeah, Hit looks pretty dope.
Hit's a badass.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big enough fan of Dragon Ball to drop money on Figuarts, but these little things are satisfying enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not bad. The face sculpt looks a lot better on the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I will say that.
Yeah, like there's something a little off on the whole first wave, like the Saiyans.
Yeah.
Beerus and Frieza look good though.
Yeah. Yeah, Frieza is good. Beerus is funny. That he's smaller than the Figuarts. When I compared the two together, like, interesting. But and there's Vegeta, Zamasu, and then Goku Black. Again, so, we are getting the Goku Black in the Figuarts also. So what?
Oh yeah.
So when does this Zamasu guy show up? Because I'm on the Cartoon Network, like the Adult Swim viewings, because they're in English.
Yeah. So you're watching the tournament with Chappa.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go through another little rinky-dink story arc with I think with Vegeta.
Right.
And what's his face? Their their secret weapon for Whis and Beerus. Just in case Goku loses.
Yeah.
Such. But after that, you'll see him pop up. Zamasu will pop up in the future Trunks.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is really badass.
I really want a Whis so bad. I love him.
Oh, I know. He should have. The Figuarts should have came with some like food type product because the dude's always eating. I mean, he has the O face, but he doesn't have like any food and such. But yeah. The Future Trunks story arc is really good. I really enjoyed that. So you're in for a treat, and I'm looking forward to the dubbed too, because some of the translation, I'm like, okay, what the hell? Oh no, I don't get it. So it's gonna be a lot better.
Cool.
All right, moving into Marvel Legends, Black Panther wave. This is for the Black Panther movie. We have the Build-A-Figure in this wave is Okoye, which character from, which I think I have the comic book. She's from Black Panther Volume 3, number 1 and such. But this is his look from the movie. He comes with an alternate head, just like his Civil War version. And then he also comes with a head for Okoye and an extra pair of hands, fisted hands. There you go. Very nice. And then you have the other variation of the Black Panther. I think this is the pre.
That's Killmonger, dude. In the movie, he's like he has the same suit except it's decorated differently.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into too much. Oh, who's that? Someone else here?
Trent's.
Yep.
Sorry
he
about
finally
that.
showed up.
Sorry
Sup,
about
Trent?
that. I tried to cover the mic so y'all wouldn't hear me.
All right.
But yeah, how's it going,
All right.
fellas?
Not much. We got to start
What's
the
up,
show
man?
over again. So here we go. Gonna have to go through all these pictures. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No. So we're just looking at the Marvel Legends Black Panther stuff.
Okay.
So that's all. That's a pretty badass looking suit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So not too shabby. A lot of accessory pieces, which is really cool. New accessory pieces, at least with can't see this gal's name. This is in the way.
Nakia.
There you go.
Nakia.
Nakia. I don't know.
Okay.
Go. I'll go with it. So pretty cool. Again, this is from the movie. Is kind of sucks though. Every time I look at accessory pieces, now I gotta wonder what are they gonna repurpose this for?
Yeah.
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 Hasbro's gonna do Xena figures.
There you go.
You know, I wouldn't doubt that.
Or Tron or something. I don't know. But there's the Build-A-Figure. Okoye.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. I don't know who the character is as far as in the movie and all that. I'm sure it's going to be good. It's our second female Build-A-Figure. Mantis was our first. So that's pretty badass.
Mhm.
But I will admit it's kind of a little underwhelming. Just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure I may like the figure more once to see the movie and all that. But again, it's like we're coming off the Thor Ragnarok where you had the, Gladiator Hulk. Like, wow, your $20 is going for each figure and you're getting this, massive dude. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's back to this. So hopefully to offset the cost, we're going to see a lot more accessory pieces within the wave or really fantastic sculpts or something. I don't know. But maybe Agent H can elaborate on that later sometime. There we go. And that's the issue she's from. This is the variant Quisita, but still Marvel Knights Black Panther Volume 3, number 1. Yeah. All right. Other ones in the line, Invincible Iron Man. It's cool. You get a Tony Stark head. But yeah, I guess you do. I mean, look at the amount of accessories that you get here. You get another pair of hands. You get some blaster effects or whatever you want to use them for. And I don't know what that is. Like a cannon, something.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
Yeah, not bad. So, Black Bolt. It doesn't really come with that much. So these are all part of the same wave for the Okoye Build-A-Figure. I guess I don't have Submariner. Submariner comes with 2 heads, one with his beard and mustache. Nice. I wish he had a hobo, like a trench coat or something. When he was like he had amnesia and he's just like, come on, we've had this Submariner. I mean, we've had too many. I mean, let's get that one. I don't know. All right, moving on.
Might be able to put his head on Old Man Logan.
There you go. And we know Russ is a big time Fantastic Four fan, so hopefully the Silver Surfer is not too far behind. I know it's a Walgreens exclusive, but still, I'm buying that for him. I'm just kidding. Not really, but up next here is the metal build, which I will be picking this up. I don't care if it's $200. One of my favorite animes of all time, Full Metal Panic. Full Metal Panic Famufu is actually my favorite, but out of the series. But this is the Arbalist. This is Sosuke Sagara's mech, which is really badass. very well detailed. It's only 7 inches tall, or a little over 7 inches tall, but it's got die cast. Very, very well articulated. All the right spots. So looks good. Comes with all the accessory pieces that you would want. The Robot Spirits one was good, but this one, it's got some little added touches which I really, really like. It's got the Lambda driver, which is badass. No Lambda driver effect pieces, unfortunately, but still, I like that. It does come with a little figurine Sosuke, so that's cool. And then you can see that you can open up the cockpit and you can see Sosuke actually in there. It should come with a chittery, but oh well. And then you can see him actually working on the Arbalist. Got a little docking station. So
What was the name of this anime you said this?
Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic, okay.
Yep. Great anime. It's the produced animation was done by Gonzo. Chris Patton is the voice actor. Lucy Christian, Hilary Haig, Vic Manoa. Good times. It's got all the hidden compartments for the weapons. And then that's all the stuff that you get. So really cool. Yeah. Well, I should get quite a bit. I mean, $200, you're up there in the Soul Shigoken price point, even though this is a lot smaller than that, but this would be kind of like a masterpiece, I guess, equivalent. But I'm not sure if we're going to get any other ones. All right, moving into McFarlane toys, we have Commando Spawn. So there you go, all weaponed up.
Very
and then you
spiky.
also get the, yep, very spiky. Poke your eye out. Scorched Earth variant. Not bad. So, and then NECA, we have the quarter scale God of War Kratos. Or Gerard Butler on a bad day. Sparta. And then there's also a, what was this? I don't think this was a quarter scale. Or was it? I can't remember. I think this was part of a 2-pack of 2 Predators. Get that one and you get this one. Cool. I love the Predators, but there's just too many. I just
yeah.
I can't have I can only have about maybe 2 clans and then I'm spent. So
I don't even pay attention to that. I just buy what looks cool.
True. I'm a sucker for that too. I mean, I remember when Big Red came out. I'm like, who the hell is this Big Red?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the guy looks cool though. I want him.
I like that mask. It's kind of like Shredder.
Yeah.
Or the foot. It would have been hilarious if this was a foot.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be a cool crossover. Turtles versus a Predator. I like it. And it's just
Get
Casey
on it,
Jones in
IDW.
Halloween. It's just Casey Jones in a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
All right, so we got an 18-inch quarter scale Aliens toy here from Super 7. They kind of announced this before. I just want to feature because it's got the glow in the dark, but it's got a hell of a grill on them. I mean,
Good
damn!
Lord.
Look at that thing.
Wow.
It's
Goodness.
yeah, no.
Dub this the Nelly alien.
Little John. Big John.
Little John.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But
The bling bling alien.
I missed out. Last Sunday, I totally forgot about it, but I had Naughty by Nature and Tone Loc show up in my town. Did a little concert
What?
at the casino, of all places. But I'm like, oh, I'm down with OPP with some old people. Playing blackjack. All right, moving into Transformer news. You can feel the excitement on the show. I thought this was a cool collage. I don't know. I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
But whoever did do it, awesome job. I just like all the masterpiece. Their versions that they wanted to use for this little collage. So pretty badass.
Yeah.
Something to strive for, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so we have Dinobot. Not a lot of information about Dinobot, the next Beast Wars masterpiece figure, but he's there. He's coming. So your Cheetor and your Optimus Primal will not be alone for long.
He's kind of giraffe necked, ain't he?
A little bit,
Yeah.
but I'm just hoping that the bot mode looks decent, and I'm hoping the fact that I'm probably I'm gonna buy it no matter what, and put it with the other masterpiece Beast Wars figures. But I'm almost tempted to put it actually in my more current Beast Wars, like Chug, just because it'll be of size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's about damn time, though. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, here's something that's really great. Lost Exio Realm. This is Fans Project. Pinchar. This is their Snarl. So we can finally finish off the Dinobots. I guess better late than never. Still have mixed feelings over this. It's debuted for pre-orders on pretty much all the e-tailer sites for around, what, $80, something like that. I do want a Diaclone version, so I want the black chest, even though I still need to find the stinking Grimlock with the blue crotch. But
I think he's one of the better looking Fans Project ones.
He is, except for this. Now, I get the fact that you can manipulate it, and we saw it that way. But if you're doing a picture to promote your product, I would assume that you would, especially after years of like, let's get this shit going. But you'd want to showcase it both ways, but they didn't. I mean, look at that thing.
It just looks.
Oh my! I hate my computer.
Oh.
It is off, just like my computer. Hey, look at me scrolling. All right, back to this. All right, so yeah, it looks off, big time.
Yeah.
But we saw it before at a convention with the actual top down, so it looked more normal. So I'm hoping he still has that ability. I'm hoping. So we'll see.
Yeah.
If not, Fans Project can go suck a D.
There's always a Sawzall. Zoom.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Fans Project's way of coming back. It's just, you can stay in the depths of hell for all I care.
Yeah.
There's a Dino mode. There. Oh.
Now, is that like a driver for him?
Yeah, their little guys for the Lost Exio Realm were their weapons.
Oh, okay.
And then the TFCon exclusives were the actual drivers, where they had them, magnetic feet. They didn't transform.
Right,
So there you go. And then we're also getting the add-on kits that or Fans Projects stuff that they kind of announced before and kind of didn't release, and then now they are going to release and put forth the effort. So the Magnus and the Optimus.
Now these still are for the classics?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there they are next to each other. I don't know. It's really piss poor business practice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a degree in accounting and finance, but I may not be the smartest, but it's just, anyone can see this. Like, come on. Why are you doing this? It's kind of stupid. All right, DX9. Didn't like the Fans Toys Omega. Understandable. You have another choice, Gabriel. the Fallen Angel. Or you can just get their Guardian robot, the blue colored, which isn't too bad. The hell is this thing? What is that? The wadded up robotic toy?
Maybe it was some trash or something somebody put in there, didn't realize it.
It's a Rock Lord. That's what that is. Interesting. All right. But there it is. Any guys on board buying an Omega?
Not until I get a bigger room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want one, but I don't have nowhere to put them.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of out on like the big city bots and combiners until I get a room. I want to do a table just with those guys.
Don't you have room on top of your DTOFs?
No, because of the way I have them set up with the Bestas. There's really low ceilings in this room.
Oh, okay.
So like you can kind of see behind me. I got some like chugs and like a masterpiece will fit up there, but not anything big like that.
Okay.
Like I'm struggling to get a MP Grimlock box up there.
You got that sign, didn't
you?
You got that sign, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been so tempted to open it, but
yeah,
it's sealed and
yeah,
it's kind of cool conversation piece.
Especially when they say, "Why don't you open it?" You're like, "I can't open it."
Yeah,
you open it. All right. So if you want, also Fansoys is giving us the Guardian mode, the blue Sentinel look. So that's pretty cool. Go ahead and army build them. Pretty badass.
Yeah.
Recreate some of the stuff. Recreate the scene from War Dawn with the aerial bots and all that. So you get a set of toys in there with the aerial bots and all that. So that'd be kind of cool. All right. DX9 is also doing this weird hybrid between Transformers and Zoids or something. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it. This is Erotimus T-Beast. This is not part of it, but it's what it's supposed to look like. G Creations was actually doing something like this. But, there you go.
Huh.
It's unique.
Interesting.
It's different.
Yeah.
So, why can't a third party give us an SDF-1? I'm just thinking of these little pillars up there. But there's the cat mode.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see the little driver right there. Kind of a nice little throwback to Zoids. Diaclone.
Yeah.
This is from G Creation. So that was that thing right there.
I'm definitely getting that Prime though. Primal.
Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him and the Fans Hobby Red Dragon with my Leonidas. I think that'll be cool again.
Yeah, that would be cool. And then this one right here in the middle is Sideswipe. But is G Creations and DX9 the same company?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Don't really care.
Ooh.
G Creations Pro or is it Rebel? Look at that. Pelvic thrust out. That's right.
Trademark of the Super Robot.
Yep. Do the Macarena. Pelvic thrust out. Yeah. There we go. Got his batons. Cool.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle mode. Moving into Fans Hobby. Got Power Baser there. We got their Overlord in the background, or what was that? Double something. I don't know what it's called. Looking good. Double Evil, yeah. Might be it.
That was just so impressive to see at TFCon.
This thing?
The Overlord, yeah.
Overlord, yeah.
And the Prime, man. Fans Hobby is like my new favorite company.
That's cool.
I love their monster bots.
What trends?
I said I love the way that truck looks though.
People are complaining about the trailer.
Yeah.
That like it's too short to the ground.
Okay.
I love it. I mean, this thing in combined robot mode, whatever, Super Jinrai, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, it does look good. I mean, the trailer, I don't care. You're going to utilize it in the combined mode.
Yeah.
So, whoopity-doo. I don't know that I like this feet by my head. I wish it was flush with the actual chest. And I know that would be just an original look, but still, just odd.
Yeah, it is.
Just mistransformed, maybe.
No, it's the way it is. At least every picture, they're consistent if it is mistransformed.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Yeah, it is. It is very impressive, though.
He does look badass.
I like the detail on the little Power Master, or what is it, God Master?
God Master. God.
Yeah, man, I love Fans Hobby.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere and they're staying strong, in my opinion. Their Gunslinger, their G2 Optimus, Laser Optimus Prime, and even their Black Convoy. And now finally giving us a trailer for them is pretty badass. So,
and the whatchamacallit, like how they're doing that thing with Jeff Senior, where he's designing the art on one of the trailers.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see that. I think in a couple more slides, but yeah, it's that right there. I just can't get over it, and it's just it's a Transformers fan bitching. I know, but I don't know. It's just weird to hide the tires because it's obvious right there. Yeah. If you could hide the tires, then it wouldn't be obvious. Like you're just,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a throwback to the original and all that, but come on, kind of lazy.
It's a legitimate gripe. You just got to figure out if you want it, even despite that.
Yeah. But this is the Power Master Prime Wars or Super Jinrai Wars. I mean, you're getting a ton of them from a whole bunch of people. Not all on the same scale, but you're getting a ton of the actual character.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I look at the trailer. I don't know. I don't really care. Looks good. The individual mode looks good of Optimus or Jinrai, whatever you want to call him. Jinrai. It is cool. And you get the faux chest too, which I like. So they kept that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me a lot of the GoBot Ranger color scheme on his arms and legs. But what's that diecast matrix? Interesting. But it's got the base mode for the trailer. So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I loved playing with that thing like that when I was a kid with the original.
Yeah.
I liked having the base, and then I might have to buy 2 of these, and I don't usually do that.
Wow. Baller. Damn. Cool. And speaking of the Red Dragon, there is the Transmetal 2 Megatron. Looking all badass.
Yeah.
Just a redecoed, slightly retooled version of their Double Cross. And then we've already seen these. They're Gunslinger or Gunfighter, sorry. I like Gunslinger better, but Gunfighter to their arch enemy. Which I do like the fact that they got the arch enemy. I mean, we had Black Convoy back in the day and RID then had it as a Toys R Us exclusive, but there is what you were talking about, Nick. The trailer. Now, part of me would like it to be chromed. Be kind of fun. I'm sure that, I mean, this is just to show us, but still. It's not bad. Back of it's well detailed. The wheels would have been nice if they matched the actual cab.
Yeah.
It's just me griping.
Well, it's definitely not final, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
I think you still got time to chrome those out.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, I just want the wheels to actually match.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. How on the trailer they're an innie, and on the
They're an Audi.
bot they're an Audi. Yeah.
Yeah. It's those little details. It started from fans project. I mean, they were able to do that. But you got the base mode with the trailer, just like the original. I don't know if it has any discs to throw out, but it's pretty cool that it's there. Missiles, guns, and radar dish and all that. Pretty cool. And a massive ass gun. Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn. Have a new head.
That's what I was gonna ask. It looks like there's a filler part for the shoulders on the Laser Prime and a new head.
Yeah, looks like it. Interesting.
Huh.
But nothing for the Black Convoy. Boo-hoo. There's Overlord. With his
Yeah.
Double evil. Tank is very boxy, but it looks good. Tank, jet, that's all you need. Boom, done. Overlord.
That thing is. I wanted to break into the case and just take it.
They should have tried.
I know.
All right, moving into Mastermind Creations. We got their Ocular Max Cosmos. We got their Springer. We got more of their Springer. He's happy there. Nice face sculpt. Still happy. Diecast on the unfinished bits. Still happy. He's really enjoying that Toy World layout. Moving on to his alt mode, which is his car, armored vehicle, looking crappy. When did he use a Triton?
The episode when they went into Daniel's nightmare and they were fighting the dragon was him and Razor Claw.
Okay, so where's my Razor Claw then?
That's a good question.
Because I don't want a Triton without the Razor Claw then. Because that's just... They should have just... You know, no offense to Rodimus, you should have just put a pillow over Daniel. It's like, you know what? We lost him, Spike. We lost him.
Wow, James.
Well, you know... I'm sorry. Happy Halloween, everyone. No. I don't know. It just yeah. Okay, if it was the kids from Prime, then definitely I would be invoking that power. So, all right. There's the helicopter mode. Not too bad. I don't know. Different styles of heads that you want. More G1, more cartoon, all that. And then there they are, all the stuff that he comes with. So.
The robot mode looks good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's Ocular Max, so you got the quality there. But again, you got a ton of Springers to choose from.
Yeah.
So, who knows? And I don't remember how much this is going for. This is, it's like the $120, $30 range.
I don't know.
So, who knows? All right, so they also have a cliff jumper. This was at, I think this was at TFCon. This is just a pro.
Yeah.
I get to see. I just want to showcase there's what looks like it inside and what's what. But then now here's the colored. Decent filler, sure. What's up with the head though? It looks like it's floating.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
It's odd. I can't unsee it now. And it looks like he's got a tear, but I know that's just shitty paint. But there you go. There's a cliff jumper. Cliff jumper, one of the hardest masterpiece transformers, it seems like, to get right. Because you want that deformed look, but you also need it to be authentic. But you also need it to look anime toon accurate.
right.
So, yeah. There's all the stuff you get with the 2 heads. Is cannon. What the hell is that? A couple of those like bumpers?
Bumpers, yeah.
Some. So not too bad. Moving into the DJD, thank God Mastermind Creations is going to finish it. So we got Helix, Tesserus. We already got, obviously, Boss, Keon. But we're also getting Pet and looks like Nickel. So that's pretty badass. Like that. And we got Tarn, obviously, too.
I saw the Pet at TFCon. They didn't have Nickel there. So
Cool.
I was kind of like resigned to the fact we weren't going to get a Nickel. It's nice to see they're doing it.
Yeah. Was he Dominus? Ambus?
Yeah.
Dominus?
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
And with very little retooling, we could get a Ravage from that.
Yeah. Ravage be able to be pulled apart. That's the question. Now that would be cool. Up next, all these are bought too. We got Thunderclash. We have, okay, starting over here, we have Override or Nitro Convoy, Deadlock. We have Thunderclash. We have Drift. I forgot his name from it. And Wing.
Yeah.
So, Thunderclash looks really good. He does look IDW. I don't know why some people say he's not. And I don't understand. I get the fact that he's a retool of Tarn, correct?
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah, like I don't think that people realize that the this reformat line, most of it is IDW stuff.
Yeah, it looks.
They're looking for like some kind of classic Marvel look or something else, but this is what he looks like in IDW.
Sorry,
Yeah.
he won't have gold plastic syndrome. But if you want, go track down the original. I think it looks fine. He looks perfect. And there's no other chance in hell that we're going to get a Thunderclash.
Yeah.
The BotCon exclusive sucked because they used the Energon Rodimus mold, and they didn't have a good sticker. It looked like a fucking hairy ass pickle that they put on his chest.
And to me, even the alt mode fits because it does look like that life support unit kind of, you know.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. They're doing a good job as far as like blending the two characters into one mold.
Yeah.
With slight tweaking, I think. But yeah, it looks good, and I love this chest piece. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Vehicle mode looks good. There's Wing, looks good. Where does that? Drift.
I wonder what they could retool into Ratchet, because I'd like to get a Ratchet from them too.
Yeah, I like a Pharma.
Yeah.
And then with removable hands. Drift. Good. Deadlock.
Yeah.
Dark. Good. Speed Racer versus his Nemesis.
Good.
Like it. Then we got Override. Female or male. You choose. It'll most likely be male, obviously. Japanese character Nitro Convoy was male. So we'll see. But it looks good. I do like it. I just love how we're getting these characters in a new modern chug line.
Yeah.
In IDW style, obviously, but still, it's nice. All right, and then we got Bulkhead. Didn't see that one coming. From the Roadbuster slash, what's that big ass gal?
Titanica.
Yeah, Titanic. Striker. Yeah. So, cool. All right, moving into TFC Toys, even though G Creation's up there. I do like that 6-shot. There's all the Titan Force or Trinity Force characters that they're calling them, the Brain Masters, the Three Musketeers. Finally get to see Road Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also get to see the three individuals. We have They're I don't know what they're named. What Raging Bull, which is Laster, Blacker, and then Braver. But going back to this, seeing how big Piranacon or King Poseidon is next to them, holy shit. It's kind of disappointing that they're not that big, but they're going to scale well. And if you watched Victory, when they combined a Road Caesar, they're about the same height as Star Saber. So it works. So again, you get that nice throwback packaging, which I like.
Yeah.
So Red Knight has dropped, I believe, and pre-orders have dropped for their Blacker or whatever his TFC Toys name is. Buggy Boy. And if you want another Jinrai, or Super Jinrai, TFC Toys is making one also. So there you go. Well, make toys? Yes. I don't know what that was. This isn't too bad, except for the individual bot mode is smaller than what I expect it to be. Make Toys also giving us the Seekers, Thundercracker, Skywarp, based off of their Meteor, based off of their Galaxy Force, Cybertron, Take-Ups, Starscream. Headmasters are coming back. Yay. Highbrow. So all we need now is Brainstorm. Got their Dirge for Masterpiece. Size Seeker Conehead. I don't know. It's cool. I love having options, but done. Got the Takara. I don't care anymore. We got Zeta Toys' Armageddon. Are you Armageddon it? So there's their Bruticus. Looking badass. Didn't know they were doing Seekers. But look at that thing. It's big. Really big. And then we also got their Superion, which is their Kronos. Which I will admit I will probably buy. Big time Superion fan. And I'm really hoping he comes with a mouth guard. Mouth plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But looks good.
His legs were just too skinny.
Oh, don't shame him. Don't shame him. I think it looks good. KFC's Octane. I'm going to go through this quickly because some of them look like ass. I don't know what's up with that back end. It looks like ass. X-Transbots Breakdown. Wild Rider with Breakdown. Another Wild Rider and Breakdown. X-Transbot Skids. That's interesting. Not on board, but cool. And if you don't like MMC's or Ace Toys' Cliff Jumper, X-Transbot, you won't get this really cool custom paint job on it. So it'll probably be more. A little bit better. What the hell? That's all I got. Oh well. You get a lot of weapons though. It's pretty cool.
The head's not floating.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do like that.
Okay, I like the sculpt better too.
X-Transbots for the win. I would have thought. But they're good at mini bots. Or are they? Do I have any X-Transbots? I might. DNA is doing a redeco of their Bludgeon into their Banzatron. Or into Banzatron. It's not bad.
Yeah.
This is a really cool one. The Iron Factory blew it out of the water. If you're into the Legends class, so if you're into city bots and you want more to scale with those city bots, Iron Factory, DX9, but man, Iron Factory, man, kicking ass. So you got a Die Atlas.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. You got a Nova Prime, and you also got a Shattered Glass back there.
Yeah.
Kind of a God Jinrai. Wouldn't care to, but the Nova Prime looks badass. And you get all the different modes.
Yeah.
So you have him in his winged up battle mode. You have him in his just normal unarmored mode, and then you have all the stuff for the trailer and alt mode and all that. There's the Shattered Glass. So it's just a redeco of their God Jinrai, but still slightly tweaked. Warpath. Sunstreaker. That sideswipe there. Was that Jazz in the background? No. Who is that?
That does look like Jazz a little bit there.
Has those lines like Jazz.
Yeah. Rush Beats, yeah, it's Jazz. And then you can see in the background there's a Jetfire. Right there. This Jetfire can actually combine with Prime. Play with the Iron Factory EX14. Shark's Feather. Cool.
Nice.
And then Bruticus, the Combaticons. That's pretty nice. With Shockwave there. God, I would love to get a stand like that. Showcasing Shockwave floating like he did in the episode.
Yeah.
That's just me. Bruticus his chest with no limbs. All right, and then the big time surprise, we're getting the DJD in Legend scale. And we're getting them all. Pretty badass. So we got Tarn here.
I tell you, man, looking at Iron Factory makes me really start to question, am I collecting in the right scale?
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of great figures. You already got
yes,
the
they do.
they're the ones that have the Phase Sixers already. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who made the Dinobots? Or is that the DX9? Okay,
think
but still,
so.
they're good.
Yeah.
They look good. Everything looks good and it's compatible with each other. It's awesome. Yeah. Leon and Voss here. Is this Helix? I forgot. Is this Helix or Tesserus? I think it's Helix, right?
Helix, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tesserus. I love those little arms. Come give me a hug. And then they actually combine.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Pretty badass. So there you go. The spirits of the DEC.
It's like Uber Tarn.
Yeah.
It is. Super Saiyan Tarn. Fusion Tarn. Oh, I'd love to see
So
the DJD do the little fusion dance. Fusion. Ah! But, yep. Planet X. Charles, this is for you.
I want that Starscream. I think
The
that's
Ghost Starscream or is this Starscream?
the
No need to cuss now. Which one?
the normal colored one.
All
I don't want the ghost one.
Oh, okay. Cool. I like what Planet X is doing, but for me, it's a lost cause. It's cool that they did. They finished off the Dinobots, but Insecticons, I don't know. What, Charles?
I wish to do the Autobot Seekers that were in the game. Or some of the other Autobots.
Like Jetfire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. But they are giving us a Megatron. They're getting Bombshell. He looks like Vamp from the GoBots a little bit. We have Kickback. And then Shrapnel. I don't know. I don't know if it's a little too late. But they just got to keep going.
Yeah.
X2 Toys with their Jetfire, Skyfire, Gerwalk, Valkyrie. I guess that's pretty cool. This would just be like, I have a problem with my transformation cog. No, we're going to call it a Gerwalk. And then we have some other stuff, Optimus and such. So, we're done. Damn. Unique Toys has given us a Knights style Optimus Prime leader class masterpiece, I guess, along with they're also releasing the Lockdown. That comes with Steel Jaw. The back of Optimus Prime looks clean. So if you're not happy with Hasbro, there's Unique Toys.
So what are these, like leader class?
Yeah. Yep. And
They
then
actually did it.
Who did?
The
This?
group that made this Optimus, yeah.
Oh, Unique Toys?
Yeah.
Yep. And then who is this? Alien. I forgot what their name. Something. I think Alien Attack Toys is doing Dino. Supposed to be like a Mirage, I guess. Character supposed to be, but from the Dark of the Moon. So you can finally complete cast.
Huh.
There we go. That's it. That's it. All right, cool. Powered through it. We're done.
I didn't slow you down too much.
Halloween, here we go.
Yay!
Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I see a ceiling fan. So let's see. Get to the blast from the past. Again, we have two of them. Hopefully, you'll enjoy. Skeleton Warriors we'll do first. It's one of those one-hit wonders, in my opinion. And then we will do the Addams family versus the Munsters in the spirit of Halloween.
Sweet.
All right, so screen share. Oh, back. There we go. Present to everyone. Are you guys familiar with Skeleton Warriors?
No.
All right, cool.
No.
All right.
I think I've seen an episode or two of it. I know that there's one guy that's with the heroes, whatever. He's like somehow trapped halfway between becoming a skeleton warrior and still being human.
Yes. All right, cool. Trents, you will lead.
Whoa.
So, over from now. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. Good times.
No,
I'm just gonna sit back and just control the pictures, and Trents will just go with it. So.
No, that's like all I'm familiar with it.
Well, you're gonna have to ad lib because we need to do this for at least a good 20 minutes. So that's what we got. No,
I believe in you, Trent. Let's go.
I do too. So okay, so the Blast of the Past. The first one here, we're gonna do Skeleton Warriors. Halloween themed show. I was thinking of stuff. I thought about doing Groovy Ghoulies, but then they would be really fast and done and all that type of stuff. And I know there's other shows out there, but Skeleton Warriors we're going to go with. So here we go. Really cool looking like theatrical type poster they got here. The Age of the Skeletons has begun. Now, Skeleton Warriors is a 90s property. It came out in 1994 to 1995. Again, it was kind of like a one-hit wonder. It only lasted for one season, 13 episodes, unfortunately. It did have some other things released, part of it, like a comic book series and such, which we'll get into in a second. But here's a little ad for the toys. And they also had a little bit of a revival within the last couple years also, which we'll talk about at the end of the segment too. But they're bad to the bone. First off, we're going to start off with the comic book. They had 4 issues. They were released by Marvel Comics back in 1995. So there's the first issue. Bone-smashing first issue based on the animated series. Oh. There's number 2, number 3, and number 4. So there you go. It was all, and this was a UK annual exclusive. They also had a PS1 game, and I believe it was also on the Sega Saturn, Skeleton Warriors, kind of a 3D modeled game. I don't know if it was that good. And they also had collectible cards that you could get. Premiere editions from Fleer Ultra in 2005, which, again, they did X-Men, Spider-Man, a whole bunch of comic book-based stuff, animation stuff. So Skeleton Warriors was right up there also. All right, let's get into the cartoon. Good stuff. Again, Skeleton Warriors aired from 1994 to 1995, 13 episodes. You can find the DVD. It's out there. You actually have a Region 1 for the United States, so an official copy. I'm not sure about overseas. The official copy came out in 2011. It's fairly inexpensive. You can find it on Amazon and all that type of stuff. So if you're into it. The animation is much like X-Men, the animated series back in the 90s. It's kind of like that if you want a little bit of a background for it. Voice director was Susan Blue, RC, from Transformers. So that was pretty badass. You had voice talents of Jeff Bennett, Philip L. Clark, Jennifer Hale. Some of these people you probably know. Jeff Bennett, Johnny Bravo, Jennifer Hale, Black Cat, Felicia Hardy from the Spider-Man animated series. She was also Carol Danvers from the new, or slightly new, Avengers Disassembled series. And I have a whole bunch of other people. But Jim Cummings, people know. Linda Gray, or Gary, I mean, excuse me. Kevin M. Richardson. So, all right. Animation. I tried to get the best pictures I possibly could, but it's not the greatest. But as you can see, it's your typical looking kind of X-Men, maybe borderline Wildcats back in the day. So, this is the character that Trent knows a lot about. This is Joshua Steele, aka Grim Skull. He was a little bit of a prick in a way, to the fact that he wanted to have power and wanted to be able to be the leader of his people. This is about basically a family that come together as a team and then take on the forces of darkness. So we have Grim Skull here. Kevin Sean played him, and then he transforms into that dude. So this is the character you're talking about there, Trent?
Yeah, that's him.
Yep.
Kind of like Sentry from Force Works.
Yep, and he kind of has the same type of powers. Not time travel, but he can manipulate himself into the shadows and such. But because of his in-between transformation, he kind of has a link to the main bad guy, Baron Dark, which we'll see here in a little bit. But there he is. This takes place in a futuristic world. They actually ride around on sky type of motorcycles, skyhogs, let's just call them that. So it's pretty interesting. There is their sister, Jennifer Steele, aka Talon. She can fly, and she has really good eyesight. She eats a lot of carrots. So there you go. And then you got the leader, one that Joshua doesn't like, Justin Steele, Prince Lightstar. the background of the story was this Baron Dark was manipulating Joshua to utilize the Light Star crystal. It split in two. Baron Dark took one half. These guys got the other half, became the Legion of Light, and became the saviors of their planet. This is their uncle. They named him Guardian. He's kind of like the Man-at-Arms.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell the storylines. I mean, Grimm's Skull here is always second-guessing himself, knowing that he caused this entire mess. So, there's Baron Dark, and there's Baron Dark after his procedure with the Light Star Crystal. And then he turned his followers, Dagger here, by chanting, "Darkest soul, evil's carrier, serve me as a skeleton warrior." And then he could turn them into Oni subordinate. So, get Dr. Cyborn, played by Nathan Carlson. You have Shriek. It's so funny, like, okay, so she's got the headlight stuff there.
Why?
And then she's got the headlights
skull.
on her skull.
Skeleton.
Yep.
There's
But
no
there
need-
could be
there's no
something
need.
there. We'll see in the toys, but we did get her as an actual figure, which is kind of sometimes unheard of to get a female character in a boys line.
Yeah.
We got this dude, which is Arcula, which is kind of a arachnid type of bat hybrid character. So there you go. Here's their vehicles that they flew around on. Any of you guys see this? Or does it come as like, oh yeah, I remember this? No,
Not at all, man.
No.
Cool looking.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like the fact that that dude has a lightsaber.
Yeah, futuristics. Yep, it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
All right, moving into the toys. They were made by Playmates, again back in the 90s. I remember seeing these a lot in KB Toy Store. Those little like discounted to like $4.99 or 3 for $10, all that type of crap. But let's get into them. They were on a blister card. They were in the kind of 5-inch scale, I believe. Prince Darkstar or Prince Lightstar here. And such. You got Grim Skull. He came with his pet dog. They all had a gimmick also of like a firing feature in their weapons. Guardian did not get a Talon, unfortunately. But Baron Dark, Dagger, Dr. Cyborn, Shriek. There's a female. $3.99. Okay, they were $3.99 KB. But interesting. We get a female bad guy, but bad gal, I guess, but not the. I mean, there's only 4 characters that were good. We did get the one. It's kind of funny.
Huh.
Dracula. And then we did get some of their vehicles, at least for the bad guys. So we got the Skeleton Legion Skull Cycle, along with their Skeleton Legion Warhorse, which looks like it'd fit right in there with He-Man. The striper and all that. Some characters that were going to be released in the second wave but never came about. So there you go. I'm not going to go through all of them. Skullhawk, Bonza, Blade, Claw. And then we're finally going to get some vehicles for the actual Legion of Light and such. So this is their kind of remake. This was going to be done by October Toys. They did a Kickstarter. Their first one was Baron Dark. They're doing a 20th anniversary. And really cool. These actually came about. They actually, even BBTS had them. They're an 1/18 scale. So unfortunately, they're a little bit on the smaller side, about 4 inches. Yeah, a little bit smaller than the actual original releases, I believe. But you can kind of pause it here and read the background and all that of Baron Dark and such. And then they were going to produce more skeletons, and just like your normal Kickstarter, if you pledge so much, you can go for this version or this glow in the dark or whatever. So, and then you can create your Legion. And this was done by October Toys. Brimskull was supposed to be the next one, but unfortunately, it didn't make the threshold, and then so it was canceled. But you could utilize their the gear, the accessory pieces, and put them on the actual skeletons and create your own characters. So that's it. Really quick, short and sweet. Skeleton Warriors, 1994 to 1995. At the end of each episode, you'd see the skull face come on and do kind of a monologue of what transpired and what's going to happen, and can the Legion of Light, shine their way through the darkness, all that type of crap. So there you go. Yippee-ki-yay. So go out there and buy Skeleton Warriors. Live the dream. We lost like 2 viewers. Like, oh, Skeleton Warriors. I'd rather watch paint dry. So, all right, talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. Or here's a question for you. Skeleton Warriors, was it something that you think should have come back in the mainstream? Like, let's say Mattel, a bigger company, decided, would you kind of be on board with it? Or
it was a cool aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff they could have done with it. Like, if you wanted to make like a like the Kickstarter company, like they could have done something like an Evil Ernie kind of figure with it. The Iron Maiden,
yes.
Eddie, I think his name is. Something like that. I know it's not like true to the toy or whatever, but when you got skeletons and shit like that, people are gonna dig it.
Yeah. I think Mattel, if they could have, and it's all about licensing. I'm not gonna say that it's, we don't, have a clue what's going on. But let's just say Mattel was able to get the license, and you could get part of the Masters of the Universe Classics line with, let's say, Skeleton Warriors and everything else, like kept Thundercats going and went into Tiger Sharks, all that type of stuff. That would have been great. Some of these like obscure properties from the 90s, even 80s, I think need a good push, but I think they need to be like rewritten into the same continuity or a universe with some other ones to make them viable again.
Kind of like what Hasbro's trying to do.
Yeah, like with their Visionaries and all that Micronauts and all that type of stuff. Except I don't really see the push for toys as much. But yeah, definitely. All right, let's move into probably the big gun, and then we will be done. Back to screen sharing. Here we go again.
No.
If it was Halloween, I'd probably be dressed up, maybe. But since it's not Halloween, I decided, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm frightful enough the way I look, so it works. It's a small set. Trick or treat. Oh my God, get out of here. What? I just said hello. That's all. I didn't say nothing. Give me all your toys. All right, so you see the Blast from the Past again?
Yep.
Cool.
Yo.
Yep.
Awesome. I've always been tempted for trick-or-treaters that come to the house to, like, here's a ruler, here's a compass, here's a protractor, just to be a dick. Like, educational stuff. There you go. Like, what? We would take a freaking caramel apple with a razor blade in it, dude, than a compass. Come on, this sucks. All right, Blast of the Past. All right, Addams Family versus the Munsters. So this is going to be a little bit of back and forth between the two, but mainly it's just going to be, we're going to go through the entire history of the Addams family, and then we're going to go through the whole history of the Munsters, and then you guys can decide, and then we're going to have a little discussion at the end of like why certain ones are a little more prominent in modern times now than the others, and vice versa, and all that type of stuff. So, all right, we're going to start off with the Addams family. And it's not in any order. I'm just going in alphabetical order. So it's pretty cool. They both debuted around the same time, which is pretty cool. So we got the Addams family. You guys are familiar with the Addams family? I'm hoping.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
I love both these.
All right. Cool. See you guys. So, Charles? Yes or no?
Yeah, I like the Addams family a little more than the Munsters.
Well, you know both of them, though. You're familiar with them.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so the Addams family was brought to life by Charles Addams. He was a cartoonist for the New Yorker, Colors, and TV Guide. He created the Homebodies, which in 1954 was the birth of the Addams family. He was a huge macabre type of writer and such, an illustrator. So died in 1988, born in 1912, and died in 1988. So you can get it kind of familiar, like, okay, where he was kind of fitting in. But so he did like illustrations for covers for the New Yorker, and then also did little comic strips within them. But this is where the Addams family came across, Homebodies. And you can see his artwork, and then you can see how it kind of translated to live TV, but then it came back around to his actual, like when they decided to do the Addams Family cartoons.
Yeah.
But this is what they first looked like in the comic books, or in his book, comic strip. So, and then here's little snippets from them, which you could, if you're familiar with if you're familiar with the episodes from the show or from the movies, even the newer movie, well, not newer, but like the 90s, you can see some of the ideas came from these little comics and such. So, pretty badass. I like it. Now, these were new characters. They're not based off any type of other characters which we'll get into with the Munsters, which were based off the Universal monsters and such. So, but there we go. And if you're watching this live, you can, I mean, not live, but in video form, you can pause because there's a lot of there's descriptive history for each character here. I'm not going to read through it all, but like we have for Gomez, Morticia, Uncle Fester, Pugsley, which is their Morticia and Gomez's son, and their daughter Wednesday, which I forgot to introduce the family here. So, Grandma, which a lot of history changed. Uncle Fester was part of the family, then became a brother of Gomez, but then in one book or show, he was actually the brother of Morticia, and Grandma was Morticia's mom, and not. It's kind of weird, but for now, it's Uncle Fester is Gomez's brother, Grandma is Morticia's mom. Then you got Lurch, and then you got Cousin It, and these are all depictions from Charles Addams' comic strip. This was a cool TV guide. For anyone out there who doesn't know what TV guide was, is actually a guide, a little book that we used to buy at the grocery store so you could find out what's on TV. This one came out in 1967, I believe. 15 cents. Not bad for your TV guide. But it's really cool. The photo is, or the picture is of Gomez, which is the actor from the live action, dancing with the Charles Addams rendition of Morticia, and vice versa for the other series, or other side with Morticia dancing with Charles Addams Gomez. So, and then we also have Johnny Carson and his challengers on page 6. The Addams Family also had 3 comics back in the day. They were done by Gold Key, which is going to be relevant later on with the Munsters, which is pretty cool. But these can be a little expensive if you're trying to find them. They came out in 1973, and these are based off of the Hanna-Barbera cartoon that came out in 73 also, which we'll get to here in a second. But the original TV show came out in 1964 to 1966. It had 64 episodes, 2 seasons, and then after that, it was canceled, and then it became extremely popular through syndication and such. It was filmed in black and white. It was just more cost efficient back then. There's their house, which in its own way is iconic to them, kind of like thinking of like the Millennium Falcon or, you know, the Batmobile and such. It's its own entity at times. There's the cast. Whole, they look great for the live action show. So we had John Astin, who played Gomez, and who also reprised his role as Gomez throughout the Addams Family in the 60s, 70s. I mean, he was the voice in the cartoon. He also came back in the newer revived show in the 90s, I believe. Late 90s as the grandfather, which is kind of fun. Carolyn Jones played Morticia. And I do like the fact how they, throughout the years of Morticia, they kept the same type of design as far as her look. You know, it's a very contorted dress, so she's barely can walk in it, but it's the way it's supposed to be, which I thought was pretty cool. All started from here. And they're always on each other. I mean, I've never seen a more loving kind of just get it on type couple in TV history than the Addams. I mean, they were, no offense to Bill Cosby, I get the fact what he's done, but you know, they were all over each other too. But man, the Addams were all like, ooh, it's kind of weird, especially for a 60s show. Jack Coogan here was Uncle Fester. Lisa Loring was Wednesday. You had Ken Weatherwax as Pugsley. Blossom Rock as Grandmama. Felix Celia as Cousin It. Ted Cassidy was Lurch. And he also played this little sign here, Beware the Thing, which his name was Thing T Thing. He was also the hand for Thing. And in the actual comic book, Thing was a character that was always in the shadows. He didn't want to be seen, so all we saw was his hand. It wasn't until the 90s movie where they actually like kind of decapitated, you know, his hand from his body, so you just see the hand running around doing stuff. But he was always, for the actual show in the comic book, he was actually a character that didn't want to be seen. You only saw his hand. He was in the shadows. That's why he always popped out of this box, supposedly. They rode around in a 1930 Packard, which is pretty badass. Both the Munsters and the Addams Family had really badass vehicles.
Hell yeah.
They used a 1932 Packard for the movie, but still pretty much the same. There was a DVD release. You could get them in volumes, or you can get them in the complete series if you want the old school Addams Family. This is the complete series, which you can find right now at, like, because of the Halloween season, you can find this at like Walgreens, or not Walgreens, but Walmart and such. Here's the different volumes. They had 3 volumes. And these are all official releases. All right, so the next time that we saw the Addams Family after their show, which went from 1964 to 1966, we saw them in the 1972 new Scooby-Doo movies, which they were trying to find Wednesday. which was done by Hanna-Barbera, which sparked the interest to bring them into the not comic book, but the cartoon world. So I don't know if you guys ever watched the Scooby-Doo movies, Addams Family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. And again, if you see the drawings here, they are more in tune to what Charles Addams. I mean, they're spot on.
Yeah.
So. Also, in roughly around I don't know when this came out. It was like 1970 something. They were trying to push forth a musical, The Addams Family Funhouse, which they had a pilot episode, which was only a 1 hour show. It was they're trying to do an Addams Family variety show, which was very popular back in the 70s. This came out in 1973, but didn't really take. I mean, you had like the Smothers Brothers, you had like the Osmonds.
Sonny and Cher.
Yep. But the cartoon took in September of 1973 to December 1973. You had 13 episodes, one season's worth of the Addams Family. And there you can see some of the animation for it. Gomez looks so weird.
Fester looks like Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Warner Brothers website or even Amazon or whatever, you can pick up the Addams Family cartoon set, all 13 episodes. So that's pretty cool. At least you can find them. All right, next up is the 1977 release of the new Addams Family. This is the Halloween with the new Addams Family. Now, the Addams Family debuted on ABC. This was brought to NBC, and they did a little TV movie. As you can see there, majority of the cast came back to reprise their role. So you can see John Astin there and Carolyn and all that type of stuff. And then we move into 1991 and 1993, the new retake of the Addams Family. So we have a new cast, obviously, the late great Raul Julia, aka Bison. So he did a good job as Gomez, I think.
Yeah.
And you can find this right now on what is it, Freeform, ABC Family, whatever the hell it's called. Their 13 nights of Halloween.
Yeah, they're playing the hell out of this.
Yeah. Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston.
Looks really good here, but Jesus Christ, look at her without her makeup on right now. Oh. She's like a Catherine Hepburn. Not Catherine Hepburn, Kathleen Turner.
Ouch. Ouch.
Well, I'm sorry.
Ouch.
Google it. Google it.
That was cruel, yeah.
It was cruel, but, I'm sure she's not watching. She's like, unsub. That Victory Saber is an asshole. Oh. You got Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester, which I think he played a pretty good role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of his Taxi, a little bit of, Doc in there. So Christina Ricci played Wednesday. And they're supposed to be doing another remake of the Addams Family, and Christina Ricci here is in the runnings for, or maybe she is, I don't know. Don't know a lot about it, but she's supposed to be playing the new Morticia.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
She becomes the mom. Demi Workman as Pugsley. My kids got a kick out of watching this movie. Like, why are they trying to kill each other? It's hilarious. I'm like, don't get any ideas. But yeah, it's funny. Sit down in the chair.
Don't even think about it.
Judith Molina played the first grandma in the first movie, but then was replaced by Carol Kane, I believe. I can't read the writing now. In the Addams Family Value, which again, these came out in 91 and 93. John Franklin played Cousin It. Christopher Hart was the hand. And that's what I was talking about. You see the free hand just doing whatever it is for a thing. It wasn't enclosed in a box like the original comic or the original series, which was interesting. Karel Struyikin and something. Played Lurch. He actually played Lurch in all 3 of the movies, which we'll be taking a look at here in a second. There's their car, so I wouldn't mind having 93 Packard. We also got Hammer doing the Addams Groove. I don't know if you guys were rocking out to that back in the day. No Hammer fans? Too legit to quit?
Too Legit to Quit was okay, but the Addams Family.
You didn't like the Addams Groove?
It was alright.
I was more of a pumps than a bump guy.
I know you'd be like shaking it if I played it.
Nick said it was more pumps than yeah. I feel
Pumps
you
and a
on
bump?
that one, Nick.
Hell yeah.
Pumps
I
and a
feel
bump.
you on that one.
I will admit, back in the day, in the 90s, I wanted some pajama pants. I wanted to be, can't touch this.
That's all right, dude. I dressed up as Vanilla Ice from Cool as Ice one Halloween.
Nice.
Ooh.
I used grease paint to put the stripe in my hair.
Ooh,
Nice.
wow. I need some pictures on that.
I don't have any pictures from when I was younger.
That's cool. All right. Moving on into the cartoon now. Back in the good old days, we had an episode a couple weeks back where we were talking about Saturday morning cartoons. And I remember when this debuted on Friday night, they're like, oh, the new Addams Family is coming back as a cartoon. So September of 1992 to November of 1993, we got 21 episodes, 2 seasons worth of the Addams Family. More cartoonish, but staying true to the original design by Charles Addams. It's not bad. This aired the same time, I think, right after. Maybe it was before Beetlejuice. Not sure. Same network.
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Animation, the cartoon style kind of looks alike too.
Yeah, it's the same.
Same studio. Oh.
Yeah, same studio.
Hmm.
So there you go. And then they also gave us some toys for the Addams Family. We got Gomez here. Squeeze his legs, and Gomez thrusts his arm out and waves his sword. All right. Also, I forgot to mention, the Addams Family had a pretty catchy tune, at least for the original. The whole snapping of the hands,
Yeah.
and the creepy, then the kooky, all that type of stuff. I'm not going to sing here for you. I don't want to lose subscribers, but yeah, I know. Oh man, you're a great singer. Brighten our day with your voice. Morticia here. You pull the creepy dead vines right out of Morticia's sleeves. She came with a thing, accessory piece. You got Uncle Fester here. Push his head down, squeeze his legs, and Uncle Fester's head pops up with another hair-raising idea. Right. I do like the fact, these were made by Playmates too, so you got the bio card and everything else on the back, just like Turtles. You got Pugsley, squeeze his legs and his arms whip up to trigger his bone-bruising bear trap. You got Granny. And unfortunately, we also got Lurch, excuse me. But we didn't get, the second wave was supposed to have Wednesday Thing and Cousin It, but it was canceled, unfortunately. So go figure. We also had some video games based off of the cartoon and also off of the movie and the original show. Sunsoft gave us Fester's Quest.
That was a fun game.
I don't remember that one. I don't think I never played any of these, but the Addams Family. What?
It was like a top-down RPG.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
So you're going through like the mansion or something.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay. Top down, so it's kind of like X-Men.
Yeah, kind of like like when you were moving from like sewer to sewer in Turtles.
Yeah, kind of hated that.
Kind of like that.
Oh, like on the map of the road, the city map. Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool. Okay, so you got on the Super Nintendo. These were off of other systems, not just Super Nintendo. It's a Genesis, Nintendo, all that. You got the Addams Family based off the movie. You got the Addams Family Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, which is based off of the cartoon. And then you got the Addams Family Values based off of the 93 movie. All right, Addams Family Reunion came out in 1998. Different cast altogether. Tim Curry now played Gomez.
Tim
which
Curry.
I guess worked.
Yeah.
Good old
I could see
Pennywise.
him doing it, yeah.
Here's the thing. Now, we all know pretty much that Tim Curry was in line to be the Joker until Mark Hamill got it. You think the Joker would have been as iconic? Not as iconic. I mean, let me take that back, because the Joker's iconic, but like Mark Hamill really put a lot into the Joker, and when I think of the Joker, I think of Mark Hamill and all this. But you think Tim Curry would have done a good job?
Probably.
I think he would have. I
mean, he's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
I just don't know of his voiceover work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or would it be too close to Pennywise? Possible. Batman, they all float. This was interesting. Morticia was played by Daryl Hannah.
Jesus.
Interesting. So, Patrick Thomas was Uncle Fester. Nicole Gary. I don't know, butchering names. She played Wednesday, but then she also came back to play Wednesday again. Pugsley was played by Jerry Messing. No relation to Deborah Messing. Alice Ghostly played Grandma. Basically looks like a really bad Barbara Streisand. Pharrell Struyakin. I don't know. Played Lurch again. He came back. And then we go into the new Addams Family show, which came out in October of 1998 to August 1999. 65 episodes, 2 seasons. I don't remember this at all. So,
I think this came on something like the Family. I don't remember what channel this came on.
Yeah.
I don't remember either. We have Glenn Taranto as Gomez.
Really?
Ellie Harvey as Morticia. Which, I don't know. Michael Roberts as Uncle Fester. Nicole Fugari, whatever her name is, came back to reprise her role as Wednesday from the reunion movie. Brody Smith played Pugsley. And Betty Phillips played Grandma. Rhea, Cousin It. And then had Stephen Fox as Thing T Thing, who actually found a mate, I guess. So there are some snippet like bloopers in the original Addams Family of Thing being actually a female hand at times. So little Easter eggs. And then we have John DeSantis. I can't read all that. I hate how this Google Hangouts is in my way. John DeSantis as Lurch. And then they also got a Game Boy game, the new Addams Family series.
This was really bad. Like, the guy that played Gomez reminded me, like, the acting throughout and the way they shot the show reminded me of Beetleborgs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. And then we also got the Addams Family musical back in 2010. It's a comedy musical. It's also being reprised in 2016. I think they're trying to bring it back, or they did. So there's the cast and such of the Addams Family musical. There's Morticia. But I need to get my teen viewers up, so I thought I'd throw in TNA. So,
well,
happy Halloween.
Wow.
Ooh. Hello.
That wig is a little much. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they shaved her and like plastered it to her head.
Yes. I'm not really looking at the hair, but sure. So the Addams Family. We also got this scene here. And then they've also had different parodies in other medias and other shows, like you see The Simpsons here, which is pretty cool. I love the baby is because it did. Pretty cool. All right. That's the Addams family in a nutshell. So you now have the information for the Addams family. They had several movies that came out into the big screen, some direct to, home video. They did have a cartoon. They did. They spawned kind of out of Scooby-Doo. But let's move into the Munsters. Munsters came out the same time in the 60s, 64 to be exact. The whole history behind the Munsters is the fact that Bob Clampett, the animator for Bugs Bunny, wanted to do a monster-type cartoon. It was going to be called Monster Family. There was a big-time craze back in the 60s for monster, just just stuff, I guess, for whatever reason. And yes.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, after the Hammer horror stuff started getting imported over to the United States, the Universal re-released all the old monster movies in the theaters and shit.
Yeah.
So the kids could like pay a quarter and watch like Universal horror movies all day,
which is cool.
Yeah.
And so the Munsters were born. I mean, this was created by the producers that did Leave It to Beaver. And at times, if you watch Leave It to Beaver, you can kind of see the Munsters house, which is 1313 Mockingbird Lane. And they lived in suburbia in a fictional town in California, of all places. So they also had a unique theme. And they wanted it to be kind of like your sitcom in the day intro. So they did the kind of Leave It to Beaver where everyone's leaving for school or work and, kissing Lily, the mom, goodbye and all that type of stuff. So we'll get into that here in a second. But the Munsters' original air date, 1964 to 1966, 70 episodes instead of 64, like the Addams Family, but lasted 2 seasons. A lot of things happened. The cancellation of the show was because of Batman. CBS was the company that picked up the Munsters because they were connected to Universal and such. But then all of a sudden, here comes Batman on ABC, I believe. Kind of blew them out of the water because they are being shown twice a week. And the kids were moving on from the Munsters to comic book heroes. And Adam West was their hero now. But there's the family, Herman Munster. You got Lily, the mom. You got Grandpa. You got Marilyn. And then you got Eddie, their son. And Marilyn was their niece. Their niche, I guess, as Eric would say. But again, based off of the Universal monster characters. Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Dracula there. So there you go. Fred Gwynn was the portrayal of Herman. If you know who he is, he was Car 54, which I watched actually back in the day of Nick at Night with Al Lewis, played Grandpa. Yvonne DiCarlo was Lily. Pat Priest was Marilyn, which Pat Priest came in on episode 14 through 70. There was actually another gal, Beverly Owens, which we'll see her picture in a second, who did episode 1 through 13, but she didn't really want to be in California because she missed her boyfriend who lived in New York, which is what the story was. Butch Patrick was Eddie. There was a pilot episode. It was shot in color, and they decided to go with it, but they needed to change up some things. One of them was the fact that they changed the mom, who was Yvonne DiCarlo, to she was played by Joan Marshall. So they went with this other gal, and also other type of stuff. So yeah, there was some other. There's like a different Eddie. They went with and he was like a prick. Eddie was just like an asshole kid that was just pissed off at everything. So they went with this other guy, which was it Butch Patrick, who was a little more down to earth, more like your Leave It to Beaver type of character.
Yeah.
He portrayed and such. And the other gal, the Joan Marshall, looked too much like Morticia, so they went with Yvonne DiCarlo. So that's why.
Joan Marshall.
Yeah. Beverly Owen here was the gal who left, played Marilyn. Marilyn was the outcast, if you can't tell, who didn't really fit in, which was always kind of not the butt of jokes, but like, we're sorry that you look the way you do. Because she was the blonde bombshell type of person. And here's Beverly Owens again.
Holy cow, she did look like Morticia.
Where'd this go? Oh, this is not the gal.
No. Joan Marshall, the
you're looking at it?
original. Yeah.
Well, it was also filmed in color. They decided to film it in black and white just because, one, it's cheaper, like the Addams Family, but two, to stay in tune to the actual Universal monsters back in the day.
Yeah.
So, like in 31, you got, Dracula and Frankenstein, all that. So, which wasn't bad. They didn't do the Technicolor until their movie, which we'll get into in a second. But there's their house on 1313 Mockingbird Lane. They also had a pet dragon, Spot, who's out of the stairwell. Really badass cars, which we'll see.
Hell yeah.
There they are, badass cars.
Yeah. That was one of the first. Herman's car was one of the first models I ever put together.
Oh, cool. It was a monster coach.
Yeah. Very
unique. Very, very interesting. It took them several hours to put their makeup on. And that was one of the downfalls to the show. The actors were getting kind of tired of having to spend all this time in makeup and such. And besides, Batman kicking their ass, which they even mentioned in one of their movies. But they're their cars. And there's a TV guide look or issue back in the day. And they went head to head with Addams Family. So there's a nice little for all those teenagers out there. I'm trying to boost up the subscribers. Yvonne DiCarlo, looking all sexy. Umbrella. And they also had a comic book back in the day, 1965 to 68. They had 16 issues, and then these were also done by Gold Key. And the cool thing about this is Gold Key was not part of the Comics Code Authority. And so because of that, they were able to showcase vampires in their comic book. Back in the day, the Comics Code Authority forbade vampires in comic books. So Marvel, DC, whoever was part of the organization was not able to do that until the mid-70s, I believe. And so
they found a loophole around it.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool that the Munsters they broke the mold. Oh. Which again, these came out before the Addams Family. And they had a lot of success with the show. And these issues are not worth, you're not going to be able to retire off of them, but I mean, you find these in a, I don't know, whatever pawn store or something, and no one knows what the hell they got. You got a couple $100 on your hands. You get them for cheap and in good condition. Also, where did I put it? Okay, yeah. All right. We'll get to that in a second. But real quickly, do you guys remember this stuff on the back of comic books back in child labor? You sell so much stuff and then you could redeem it for points and for merchandise. Yeah, I remember that. I was thinking about that now. Like, damn, we think about like sweatshops and everything. Like, damn, these people are like working the public also. For the kids and all that. But I remember that back in the day. All right, so we had some interesting kind of like reissue comics and such. 1997 San Diego Comic-Con had a Munsters comic that you could pick up. There's also the Toy Expo 97 that you get, and then there was also a variant of it that you see there. It's not bad. All right, we're moving into their first movie that came out in 1966, Munsters Go Home. This was in color, which was unique. Unfortunately, they replaced the Marilyn from the show, Pat Priest, with this gal right here, whose name is Debbie Watson, and is what I know from their documentary that Pat did not know anything about it. They told her, and she was upset about it. And Al and Fred actually went to the producer and said, "This is kind of bullshit. What are you doing?" And but they couldn't do anything, and this gal got the role. So there she is.
Good for them. They stuck up for their castmate.
Oh yeah, and they did that for the first gal too, Beverly Owens. She did not want to be on the show. She wanted to go back home or whatever to her boyfriend, supposedly in the documentary. And Fred and Al noticed that this gal is miserable, but she signed a contract, and they're like, "We'll walk if you don't let this gal out of her contract." And so they did, and so they brought in Pat Priest to take over the role. So that was pretty cool. But I will say this, a little controversy for the show. Fred Gwynn, and Al Lewis were not happy that Yvonne DiCarlo was casted as Lily, just because she was a famous movie star overseas, and they didn't want stuff taken away from them. But then they realized, no, she's really good, and we have good chemistry, such. But all right, so there's that. They tried making the Munsters into a cartoon, much like the Addams Family. The mini Munsters here came out in 1973. Unfortunately, it was just a 1-hour special. It didn't really pick up. No one really cared. So it was dropped. I think it was just piss poor drawn. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah.
So. All right, moving into their next special, which all these were TV movie specials. None of them came to the big screen, like at least with the Addams Family back in the 90s. So this is the Munsters' Revenge. Majority of the cast came back again for their roles, which was really cool. So Fred Gwynn, Yvonne DiCarlo, Al Lewis, and such. The only ones that were replaced were Marilyn and Eddie. And so you got that. And this brought in it was like a wax museum type of storyline with the Phantom of the Opera and such. So got that. And then we move into the next series. Here Comes the Munsters, which came out in 1995. Unfortunately, by 93, Fred Gwynn died of pancreatic cancer. So we had Ed Herman, who unfortunately has passed away also. If you remember Lost Boys, he was the head vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you're a Gilmore Girls fan, my wife had to tell me to say that, but he played Herman. But the nice thing about the movie is the fact that there is a cameo of the original cast in a diner scene, which was pretty cool. So you got to see the original Lily, Grandpa, and such. And even Eddie. They brought back the original Eddie to come back. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. It's not that boring, Charles. Wake up.
Huh. All right.
Oh, I'm just breathing heavily. So there's some snippets from the show. To be honest, it just started going downhill as far as, I mean, Grandpa looks.
Yeah.
Granted, the original Grandpa was not just portraying Dracula, but he became more of the mad scientist type of character. He was always making potions and crap in his little dungeon. But still, it's kind of weird. And then in 1996, we got the Munsters' Scary Little Christmas, where Herman had to save Christmas much like Ernest. If you've watched any of the Ernest movies, this is like, let's do it, but use Munsters characters. So there you go. If you think your family is weird, spend this Christmas with the Munsters. So yeah, it was a Fox holiday special. There's the cast. Let's see. All right. Then in 1988, to 1991, the Munsters Today debuted, which I kind of remember, but I didn't remember it lasted this long, but it lasted 73 episodes.
Wow.
3 seasons.
3 seasons.
Yeah, more than the original, which is weird.
Yeah.
And damn, that's what they look like. So I don't know, kind of weird. I think I had pants like this back in. I mean, I lived in Orange County. I lived in Orange County still, but I was like, damn, what the hell? But yeah, there's that. And then, later on in October of 2012, they tried to reinvent the Munsters by creating Mockingbird Lane here, which was going to be more of a modern day take, which starred Jerry O'Connell as Herman Munster, which didn't take.
No.
They had a pilot episode, and then that was it.
Died.
Yeah. They all looked normal. They weren't like the Universal Monster motif and all that type of stuff. You could tell at times, Jerry O'Connell's character was like a Frank, because he had like scars and such that, they'd open him up and all this, but he didn't look the traditional part, and with the rest of the cast also. So there you go. But they did have toys. Diamond Select gave us some Munster action figures, so you can collect. You can get Herman here, Lily, Grandpa, and they had some other versions of. They have Hot Rod Herman and Uncle Gilbert. They had Raceway Lily. They had Hot Rod Grandpa, based off of the movie Munsters Go Home. And then Toys R Us had some exclusives also. They also had some black and white versions, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then Diamond Select also gave us a 1/15 scale Munster coach. Pretty badass. Features sounds and such. And then there was other product that you could get back in the day, like Grandpa's Munsters Dracula coffin hot rod. They also made a Mego style doll back in I think it was 2000. Kind of like the Ghostbusters from Maddie. So you can get Grandpa Herman Munster in different outfits. You can also get Marilyn, Lily, Eddie. There's some other figures you can get. Lily and Herman and Grandpa here, which are more doll-like soft goods.
Yeah.
And they were numbered. Barbie also made a gift set for the Munsters with Herman and Lily. And then there was also more kind of like Hot Toys, 1/6 scale, 12-inch. You could get of the cast. So you can get Lily, Herman in his hot rod uniform or outfit, Eddie and Grandpa and Marilyn. That's what they look like. Box with an open flap that you have a little bit of description of the show, and then you got the window package that showcases the figure with their accessory pieces, and they also came with a stand, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
Grandpa with his chemistry set. Lily really didn't look like Lily, unfortunately. She came with a lily and a purse. Herman looked pretty good. Eddie, Marilyn didn't really look like she should, but not bad. And then there's pop figures and such that you can get, and then they made other decorative stuff. I don't know. I'm just throwing out stuff now. Little symbols I found. And then other places, other people did, nods to them, like I said, with The Simpsons. And here's Lady Death dressed up as Lily. So I thought that was pretty cool. This was a nice little macabre type of issue that they did. So, again, trying to bump
Very
up those.
cold in that room.
It is very cool. I'm just trying to bump up my, subscriber base. No, I'm just kidding. But that's it. So, happy Halloween, everyone. For all you Lady Death fans out there. There you go. I'm talking to all you guys. So, there you go. Blast from the past. That's it. The Addams Family versus the Munsters. Addams Family has I think, kind of a rich history if you look at Charles Addams and what he was trying to portray, but then the Munsters already had a pre-established history because they were based off of the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
And such.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to, pick one or the other because they're really iconic in their own ways. But it's so weird that you don't see a new take on the Munsters as far as maybe Universal doesn't want to do it. I don't know, but as like this family cohesive comedy unit and such.
I just think it would be really hard to replace Fred Gwynn. I mean, he was Herman Munster,
True.
And then, Al Lewis's grandpa, too,
Yeah.
And, that was dope, how he was in Gremlins 2, basically playing grandpa.
Yeah. Yep. Majority of the cast, except for the two original Marilyns and Eddie, are alive. Obviously, Fred died. And then within a year, 2005, 2006, I believe, Yvonne DiCarlo and Al Lewis died. So, unfortunately. But again, though, I think that they could do it. I just don't feel like Universal wants to touch those iconic characters.
Yeah.
Whether you look at the Munsters as iconic, but prior to that, this is the Frankenstein monster. This is Dracula. This is the Wolfman. I don't know if they want to do that. I don't think they're
trying to relaunch, the Universal Monsters is a serious thing, and then if you do the Munsters too, it kind of dilutes the property.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I agree with that. It just sucks that that's the way it's going, unfortunately. But out of all of you guys, which ones do you guys prefer? Let's put it that way. So, Charles, start us off.
Addams. Yeah,
really.
Monsters and everything were just Addams found that I like better.
Really? All right, cool. Both were syndicated. I forgot to mention the Munsters was syndicated also, and did a lot of became more popular again in syndication, but not nearly enough. I mean, I guess enough to bring it back as far as what they were trying to revamp it. But but okay, how about you, Trent?
Man, I don't know. I could kind of, I guess when I was little, I guess I used to look at them both.
You can't have both. You can only choose one. Only one.
I know they're similar, but there are a lot of differences between them too. So if I had to choose one, I don't know. I mean, Lily Munster or Morticia Addams.
Yeah.
That's a hard one, James. I ain't gonna even front.
I'd go with Lily. All right.
I'll just say Monster. Screw it.
All right, cool.
I might change my mind later on, though.
That's fine. That's fine. How about you, Nick?
Munsters.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I just always enjoyed it more, and I like the humor in the Munsters more. It was just, yeah, and I like Spot. You know, that was cool. How it looked like the Hound of the Baskervilles coming out of the stairs.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but the Addams Family movies were definitely better.
Yeah.
That was an awesome remake for a property.
Definitely. I will agree with that.
But yeah, definitely for like the original stuff, the Munsters. Munsters Go Home, I can still watch. I love that shit.
Yeah, I can see that. I would agree with you. I'd go with Munsters. I like the Addams Family, but I like it was just pretty cool to I don't know. I like the Munsters. I got the Addams Family humor at times, but I guess because of who they were as the monsters. I mean, it's Frankenstein monster. This is Dracula. It was like, okay, I watched that because I was more like, you're familiar with those stories more so than the Addams Family. But I do enjoy the Addams Family movies, though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, to me, the movies are more iconic than the series now.
Yeah.
I mean, Raul Julia. I mean, he was basically doing the other guy's shtick, but he did it better. And then fucking Christopher Lloyd as Fester was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. And it was a unique take. I mean, even the kids taking it to that darker place than we got to see in the 60s was pretty enjoyable. I didn't put in there, they got it, in the Addams Family Values, they got not Pugsley, but Hubert, their son with the stash and such. But
yeah,
they're both great in their own way. So there you go. That was my little Halloween special I wanted to do. I've already done Ghostbusters. I mean, we looked at Ghostbusters Filmation. We also looked at the Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters and such. So this would be kind of good. So next year, Groovy Ghoulies. That's it.
Sweet. I'm pulling for a Supernaturals one, man.
Yeah. I might go out of. Maybe we'll look at like Nightmare on Elm Street. Friday the 13th.
Oh hell yeah.
That'd be cool. But again, cool. I appreciate everyone watching. I think that's it. Unless you guys want to talk about some other stuff. It's kind of a shorter show, 2 hours, 28 minutes. That rifle through this stuff. Yeah. I don't know. That's it. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Sucks. Don't forget to check out the Cool Table Network. I featured them in the beginning of the show, but again, Enter the Realm, the ROC Hangout. You got Figure Banging, Stasis Log, Information Creep. You got Nerd Rage Radio. You got Shattercast Uncut. You have Toy Detox, 8 weeks. You have someone else. This is someone else. I believe the new Lego show with Iron Claw and Clutch. That's about it. So, yeah. And that's all we're going to be doing. It was cool to see Tommy back on the Hangout Tuesday. Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Enjoyed that. So, yeah. Halloween special, I guess, for ETR on Monday. So,
yeah,
that should be fun. I don't know who's dressing up. I don't know if there's a theme. Maybe we're going to dress up as the Addams Family. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. And that's about it. So have a safe and enjoyable Halloween. I know it's on a Tuesday, which kind of blows. But regardless, be safe out there. And that's it. So I guess we're done. I guess I should turn it off. I really do like this Omega. He's a big son of a bitch. I like him.
Holy cow!
He's
Yeah.
nice.
Did you see that picture of somebody breaking his legs? Like,
No. But they
yeah,
break his
somebody
legs.
broke. I don't know. But
He's
yeah,
not that
like
type
the
of toy.
The first transformation, they broke some shit, and the legs on his torso are completely off.
Well, thanks, Nick. Appreciate the words of encouragement there. Thank God
Well,
he came pretty much in robot mode. His like part B was all his legs were already assembled and such, and then I just had to transform essentially the tank. That was it, pretty much. And pop it on. But I will say, he was a lot cheaper than this son of a bitch back in the day.
Wow.
And he's, as far as size, he only comes up to about there. So Planet X was a lot more expensive back in the day. And that's 2013. I think that's what Charles and I were talking about before the show.
All the LEDs on him were cool, though. I like that.
Oh, on Planet X?
The Planet X, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. He's going to go, this Fanstoys Omega is going to go in my chug. And maybe I'll try the DX9. But I don't know. Other than that, cool. Oh, I should say like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Always appreciated. I want to be the #1 show on Saturdays. I said it.
You already are, baby. You already are.
Well, I'm waiting for my plaque, man. I want that plaque. I want that nice little 2017 Saturday show of the year. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just bullshit. We got 10 views until they all go. Oh, we got 9 now. Until they all go disappear. I'm gonna keep going. All right, guys.